I'm Kevin Haygood, Los Cristianos Motorcycle Ministry, East Texas, and I'm chatting with Staxx.
Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got Kevin Haygood.
So that they could learn the military structure. How wild is that?
Wow, so they made that part of their initiation.
This was, and like I said, this was 25 years ago, right? Back in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Kids are grown men now.
Oh, yeah. I hope I made a difference in some of them's lives. I mean, that was the whole purpose of it, right?
You treat some of them with respect, too, right? Like, pull them aside.
Oh, absolutely.
This isn't the life we want. I'm sure a lot of them are passed away, in prison.
Oh, I'm sure they a lot of them just graduated right on into the system, right?
Yeah, I was in prison as a juvenile. I went to prison when I was 13 years old, so I know exactly what it's like.
Yes, sir.
They didn't have no boot camp like that, though. I went right to prison.
Right straight to this was a pilot program that the state of Georgia implemented. I would like to think that I made a difference in some of those young men's lives.
What was it like after you get out of that job? What was it like prospecting for the Outlaws?
I probated.
Probating.
Man, probate, the best time of my life, dude. True 1%ers, good, solid guys, man. I learned a lot. I mean, I learned a lot from those guys.
How long did you do it?
I probated for 4.5, almost 5 months when my mom died, and I ended up coming back to Texas.
So they call it probating. They don't call it prospecting, right?
Right. Yes, sir.
Because other clubs call it prospecting. Is that why? So it's their own.
I don't know why they differentiate, whatever the word is. I don't know why they call it probating instead of prospecting. That's just their way of doing things.
Yeah.
So I good solid brothers, man. True 1%ers. I learned a lot from those guys. A whole lot from those guys.
I mean, the Outlaws are a old club. They were created in 1935.
Yeah, man. And one of the guys that was there, and I'm not going to name drop or do any of that, but he's like a 50-year outlaw now. I mean, some of those guys, right? Just good, solid, true 1%ers. I look around today, and I've met some of these guys, and the first thing out of my mouth was 1%er my ass, right? You're kidding me, right? You're a 1%er? Come on, dude. Who are you trying to fool? Right?
I mean, the times they're changing, aren't they?
They've changed. They have truly changed.
What do you think about the internet and these bikers going on the internet and talking about some of the things they've done and things like that?
I can't really, because I'm sitting here talking about the things I've done, right? So
I mean, active guys, active guys. There's a lot of 1%ers on TikTok. Active.
When I came up in the late 90s, early 2000s, dude, you didn't even take a picture of a 1%er that you didn't get his permission first, right? And you certainly did not post it. Well, there wasn't really anywhere to post it back then, right? But you didn't take pictures of a 1%er that you didn't get his permission first, right? I mean, and they didn't go on the news. They didn't do interviews. They didn't talk about. They were about it. They didn't talk about it, right?
100%.
It's a different world. It's a different world. It truly is. And golly, man, you got cell phones. You got cameras on every light pole. Man, it's crazy out there now.
When you go to the ministry, right? Do you have to prospect?
Yes, sir.
Or prospecting period?
My guys, when I brought a new guy in, the very first guy I brought in, when I first started this ministry, reached out to me, and he was in Denver, Colorado. I did a background check on him. I used the same guy that the East Texas chapter of the Bandidos used for their background checks. So I did a thorough background check on him, make sure that he, doesn't have a history. He's not a pedophile, no sex offenses, right? I mean, a show enough background check.
For
Did a background
children,
check,
anything like that, right?
anything, man. And this guy does a good job on background checks. He's a good friend of mine now. In fact, I did his wedding here a while back. But anyway, man, my guys probated. They would wear the 3-piece patch. We wore the diamond cross that I made this up several years back, but we wore a diamond cross, and when their chapter decided that they could wear the diamond 13, they put the diamond 13 on. When their chapter president and I decided that they were ready, then they wore a state bottom rocker. They took off the probationary rocker and wore a state bottom rocker with a chapter designation for whatever local chapter that they were assigned as the chaplain to that chapter.
So basically, they're not in the Bandidos. They're basically a pastor for the Bandidos.
Correct. Right? They are a chaplain or a pastor to whatever chapter is in their area. Yes, sir.
And you were kind of like the president of that.
Correct.
Whole thing.
Correct. Yes, sir.
And so after, when they say we're not going to be having this anymore, does everybody cut you off? They don't ever talk to you again? Like,
in fact, I was looking through my phone yesterday. I've still got over 1,000 contacts in my phone. Probably half of them are 1%ers. Out of 1,000, if half are 1%ers, that's 500. We'll do a safe estimate. 300 of them may be Bandidos. I might talk to 4 of them today. And out of all of the other ones gave me their phone number. I didn't get it from somebody else, right? I mean, I showed up. I showed up. I was at every national. I was at every funeral. Man, oh, help me, Jesus. I did a wedding. I think he's a national officer now. I don't know what he is now, but I did his wedding. My wife and I drove to Dallas on a Friday night, 3 hours from our house on a Friday night to do the rehearsal. Came home, went back Saturday, did the wedding. I saw him recently. Didn't even acknowledge me, dude. But
so when they put you out, do they say you're out bad? Or are they saying no contact?
Man, I don't know what my status is. My status is what you see is what you get, right? Period. I don't care if I'm good, I'm bad. I mean, what you see is what you get. I fear God. I fear no man. Right? I never have. I ain't got enough sense to. I know that, social media, again, I was probably Facebook friends with several hundred. A really good friend of mine, I did his and his wife's wedding. This will clarify it a little bit. He was in a bandit support club there in East Texas. I did his and his wife's wedding. Over the years, he left Red and Gold, became a part of another 1% club in the area. I hadn't seen him in years, dude. I mean, no contact, just hadn't seen him, right? I mean, just because we didn't travel in the same circles. He reaches out to me and says, man, my old lady was in a car wreck last night. She's in the hospital in Longview in a coma. Will you come and pray for her? Why, yeah, I'll come pray for her, dude. I don't care what club this guy's in, right? I mean, that's neither here nor there, right? So I go to the hospital. I pray with his wife. I spend the next 3 days sitting at the hospital, praying with him and his family. Well, she dies, right? He calls me again, asks me if I will do her funeral. Of course I will do her funeral. dude, you would thought I had committed high crimes and misdemeanors, right? I mean, immediately, everybody that I had on social media cut me off. I find out from this one to that one that, hey, dude, watch your back. You just did a funeral for the other team. No, I didn't. I did my friend's wife's funeral, dude. You know, it's wild. I'll even back up even further than that. God called me to this, right? I mean, my old mama said some got called and some just went, right? But God called me. This is what God called me to do. Even during Waco, right after Waco, I had a lady at my church tell me, hey, I've got this friend of mine. Her son had a motorcycle wreck. Do you mind running up to Good Shepherd Hospital there in Longview and praying with this guy? I said, no problem. I mean, that's what God called me to do, right? That's what I'm supposed to do. Dude,
Yeah.
I walked in this cat's hospital room. The lights are out. He's laying there. When I see him, I'm wearing my rags. I'm wearing the red and gold, right? There's no doubt in my mind that he was a Cossack. I mean, he was the other team, right, at that time, right? I'm supporting red and gold. I looked at this guy and I literally turned and started walking out, and the Holy Spirit convicted me and said, it don't matter whose team he is. He's on my team, right? I turned around, I walked back in there, and this guy woke up. His eyes were about this big around, and he said, what the are you doing here?